Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of modded Minecraft tutorials. And you can see we got ourselves a nice looking wheat farm here. And this is all using the MFR MineFactory Reloaded machines. We've got the harvester over here, we got a fertilizer there, big barrel full of fertilizer. And this is all what began last episode with this guy right here. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this basic setup here. You can do it any size you want with the upgrades right here up to plus 11. So 14 by 14 I believe would be the biggest garden. Don't need those. And let's see, I'll clear the inventory to get rid of the junk that we aren't going to be using. But this is the stuff that we will more than likely be using. And again, you can use any chest you want, doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be the ones that I have there. Okay, so this is what we've got. This is actually a special piece for later on. Let's take a peek at the guts from underneath here. Got ourselves, this is creative energy cell, so you put whatever kind of energy cell that you have, probably hardened at the very beginning, and even if this is a generator, doesn't matter, a survival generator, simple thing. You got power lines going across to the machine, so we got right over here the fertilizer, and then we got the planter, which has your seeds on the inside. And what we've done here also is, you can see there's the chest, and we've got seeds going in here as well as the wheat. And you'll notice that the wheat keeps going up, but the seeds actually go down as well as up. So see, they're going down, but the wheat doesn't. So I'll explain to you guys how you can do that as well, because what's happening is the chest that's filling up with seeds is actually keeping this filled as well. The last machine that we have is in here, and it's the sludge boiler. I do recommend that you put it off to the side. Otherwise, when you come down to work on it, if you've got it in this area here, you will get poisoned. That's not going to kill you, not entirely, but what you can do, not yet, we don't have anything, but what happens is when the sludge boiler, well, we're going to have to pipe that. That's one thing I forgot to do. And that goes from this guy right here, probably, we can hit from under the bottom, sorry. So we can do that in the tutorial. There's two ways that you can actually do this. One is you grab the fluid duct, and see, we've got that sludge inside. We could probably run it all the way along here. There we go. Right there, right there. And bring it in over this way here. So you'll see that'll actually go into this machine here. It'll fill up, and then eventually it'll just disappear. And what happens is it'll create blocks for you. You'll get sand, you'll get clay, you'll get red clay? Yeah, red clay, hardened clay, that's it. You'll get red sand, you'll get heat sand, you'll get a whole bunch of random junk from that thing as well. So that's one thing that I forgot to, that's kind of a messy way to do it, but hey, whatever. It's getting the job done. And, whoops. That's not what we're doing here. Okay. And we're going to put this guy right here. And then all you do is you kind of go along and you tidy it up, make it look nice and pretty. And you know, put things in front of there and like that. Go ahead. What I would do is use the covers and cover it all over so it all looks nice and pretty. This guy here I'd leave open, and then put covers over here. Now what we are doing with this transfer pipe, right up inside here, the transfer node, we have a filter. And in this item filter, this only actually has seeds. So you put the seed or whatever you're growing into it, and then you pop it in here. That way when you put stuff in this chest here, no matter what it is, if I throw in a piece of grass or any of this other stuff, it's not going to get caught in there, and it's not going to send it into here and start doing things. As for the planter, with these filters, what these pertain to, if you put something in here, so let's grab some of these. We put that in there, see, it won't consume anything. It just takes a ghost image of whatever it is that you put in there, and that filter actually pertains to what's on top of the machine. So if we go right to the center, right there. So see, I put it in the red. It's going to go out this side. So that's that quadrant. And then that would be this area in front. That would be the far corner. And then pink and black. And that's what actually applies to this here. So you can see blue would be whatever blue that was. I guess that side there. So, and you can put it on top. It will actually plant up there as well. So now that we've actually talked about it, I have this spot over here. Everything in here is all we're going to need. You don't need the fertilizer off the hop, and you can put in as many carrots, wheat, potato, trees as you would like. I believe some Pam's Harvestcraft actually works in there as well. So what I will do, let's go like this. There, we'll clear the inventory. We'll take the stuff that we actually need. Alright guys, now what I've done, I've grabbed the items that we're going to need to do this build. So for this particular build, depending on how far you want to go, you may only need 3 machines, not 4. The first one, obviously the most important, the planter. Then we'll need the harvester, the fertilizer, and then the sludge boiler. Now the last 2 are optional. You don't need fertilizer and you don't need the sludge boiler if you're going to use the tank, but you will need something to take the sludge out of the harvester. The other thing you need is an item filter. The recipe for this here, 4 pieces of redstone, 4 sticks, and some string. And then your vegetable or whatever of choice, fertilizer if you're going to use it, which is the Minefactory Reloaded one, 4 pieces of wheat, 2 bone meal, 2 string, and stick, gives you 16 fertilizer. And a barrel or a chest, and then some transfer pipes. We went over those in the last episode. Lightstone flux duct, you'll need that for the power. Item duct, possibly, if you're going to be using that. Potentially you're going to just use transfer pipe. And then the fluid duct, you're going to need that if you're going to be using this to get rid of the sludge into the sludge boiler. Or you can use the fluid pipe that they offer through extra utilities to put it into a tank, or this as well to put it into the tank. So we've already got our other area set up over here. I put the wires down, but they're just going to be exposed for the time being. I have my creative energy cell, which right now you guys can put in anything. You can put in a survivalist generator, you can put in a culinary generator, you can use a leadstone energy cell, and then I've also put the sludge boiler in over here because it'll be a basic thing that we'll cover at the end of this here, because we're going to do the other option this time. So first thing you got to do is you got to get your planters. So pick out where the center is, looks to be about here, and we put this guy down. So we can see our planter is now getting full power. Get ourselves our grass and plant that back on top. So there we go. We got that guy done. And this area again is all dependent upon the machine. Right now, without any upgrades, this will only do a 3x3 area, so just be aware of that. You're only going to cover the spaces around this, so 3x3 plus the center one. That's all you're going to do. Put an upgrade in to get it up to 8x8. I believe that is bronze, which will increase it by 5. Yep, and that's that one there, so we can give ourselves those. Go in here and do an upgrade. There we go. So that's going to plant an 8x8 area now. And then what we do is we head over to our other power line, and we're going to be putting in the harvester over here. See where you put this down? That's backwards. There's the harvester there. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to place these blocks facing away from you, so the area that you want to harvest will be in front of you. The reason why they do that is some of the blocks that they actually use will attack you or hurt you if you place them down. So we'll come over to our first pipe here, and we will put the fertilizer down here for the time being. And you'll see here, this block is actually backwards. It should be facing the other way. So when you're placing a block with the MFR mod, usually it's set to away. So when you place it, it faces away from you. So whatever you're going to be fertilizing or harvesting will be in front of you, the way you're looking. Now as you can see here, I've got this leadstone flux duct popping out of the ground, and the reason why is for the piping that we're going to be putting in here. So this particular thing here, you can see now I have to face the opposite direction. Now this will actually harvest what's in front of me. We will put an upgrade in here, so now it'll do an 8x8 area. Same thing with this. Do another one there for an 8x8 area. this little hole that we have here, this is where you're going to be putting your chest. So you put your chest right there, right next to it, and all items that come from here, which is if you shear leaves, it'll put the leaves in there. Same with the shrooms. If you make a mushroom farm, it'll all end up in here, and all the byproducts, so seeds or more carrots in this case, will come through this. Now when we go back down to the bottom, you can see this needs to be covered over right here. That can be covered over, and we're going to go down this way. Okay, let's head down to the bottom now. So we've got our power hooked up and everything like that. This here, we will go around that way, and we can cover that over there. Now the reason why we're going to do this, there's a couple of things we're actually doing with this right here. First thing we're going to be doing is we got to get sludge out of this thing. So what we're going to be using for that is going to be the fluid duct. There's two ways that you guys can do this. If you hook up a fluid duct to this here, you can take the open blocks tank and just attach it right there. What'll happen is it will drain all of the sludge into this tank, and then you'll remove this tank and you can use it for whatever purpose that you want to. If you want to use it for, I think you can use it to make other product. I can't remember exactly what it was. There's certain products that you can make through the Minefactory Reloaded. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll do it the little bit more of a difficult way. So you're going to, again, you got to get the sludge out of this machine here. And there's a couple ways that we can actually do this. We can go back this way. And then we're going to move this right across to the boiler. Right there. That's it. So you need a way to get this out of here. Sludge. You can see it's the only one that actually has this here. So whatever has that, harvester, sludge, now going into there. While we are down here, we are going to take the item transfer node, and we are also going to take our item filter and 1 carrot. If you right click on the item filter and you take your carrot and you place it there, it'll take a ghost image of the actual thing. So now the only thing that's going to come out of our item transfer node, which is what we're going to put onto either the side or the bottom of this chest here. Let's see. Transfer pipe. We'll hook that up. There. There. And what this is going to do now, it's going to lead all the way over to our planter. So what's going to happen if we put anything in here with our item filter, put that in there, we put the carrots in here, so watch, I put fertilizer in there, it's not going anywhere. I put carrots in there, it starts to go out, it'll go into the planter, and then eventually it'll start to plant those. So that's basically it in a nutshell, guys. We've got the entire farm set up. It's like 3 blocks, and that's it. Sludge boiler. Now, as for the fertilizer that you do there, say there's the 3 carrots we put in there. Harvester, there's our fertilizer. We can put this in here, and what this will actually do, it'll start to bone meal this. You cannot put bone meal in here, and it will work its way through. So in here, as we do more harvesting and we have the fertilizer going, so now what we can do right in here, we'll just start filling this up full of our vegetable of choice. Go up here and you'll see it's starting to get planted. That's it. And then eventually the fertilizer will start to do its thing and it should start pumping itself out. Come on, don't make me look like a fool. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to get started. You can see it's working its way through. There you go. See, it's starting to work through. We got the upgrade in there. There it is. Does the first row. And it's going to burn through this fertilizer, guys. Let's see if we've already used 21 pieces, 30 pieces. It does not take long for it to go through. And you can see, because of the stage growth in Minecraft, you may not get a full carrot each time. So that's, it's up to you. If you're going to be doing a farm that's close by your house and you're going to be in spawn chunks or you have a chunk loader, this thing will be running 24/7 anyways. I don't think you really have to worry about it. And then eventually it gets harvested into here. That's it. You're done. Your whole entire farm is done. So let's go down here. We'll do a quick review. This is all power, basically. So any kind of power device, you're going to power the 4 machines. Sludge boiler, and again, run the box any which way you want. Doesn't have to look this way. Then you put your harvester, and then we have your planter underneath. So that is underneath the block. It is not, there's no hole or anything there. And then our last one, which is the fertilizer up there. And then what you're going to do here, from your chest, that is out the back of the harvester. So this is the thing that's going to take your food. Okay, so when this harvests the carrot, I'm hoping it would do it by the time we actually get done this, but it'll harvest the carrot. It's probably taking the items. And you get your item filter, you set it to whatever it is that you're doing the seed for it. So carrots is a carrot, potatoes is a potato. Wheat, though, is a wheat seed, so put that in the filter and then put it into your transfer node. Any items that go into this chest that match it are going to basically get pumped out. Now you can see this is actually getting harvested down. And what it's doing is it's actually taking all of the carrots out of here and is now putting them back into here. You can see this will eventually start to fill up. And then when this overfills, it'll go back into the chest and start filling up the chest. And that's how you get your positive amount. So back out here, we've got our 4 machines. Again, fertilizer powered. All you have to do, like I did over there, put a jabba barrel bucket on top. Get a block. Pop that on top. Put your barrel there. And then get your item transfer node. And then what you do is you can, whatever items you have in here, come on, there we go. Let's do it this way so we can actually see. And we will get some more fertilizer. There we go. Grab a stack of that, puts it in there, it'll eventually start to drain. And trust me guys, you're going to want a barrel full of this stuff because like I said, whatever's in here, we've already gone through almost 3 stacks, 2.5 stacks in the time it's taken me to talk to you about this. And then that's it guys. 2 machines on top, 2 machines underneath. The sludge boiler you don't need if you're going to use the open block tank, and then the fluid duct, or you can use the right here, fluid. Oh, come on, where is it? Transfer node for liquids. So what you can do, again, you can take this out of its place. You can use the transfer node for liquids. Oh yeah, it's going to connect up to that, but it won't matter because it'll only pull liquids, not items. And then we get our tank right there. Pop it down. Now you can see we got a sludge tank. So that's the only other way that you can do it, and then you use the sludge for another machine that uses the sludge to make something else, or whatever it is. I know it's through MineFactory, and it's to do with the sewage, and I think you can make like meat bricks or something with it. So that's another thing that we can get into as well. But this is it for the tutorial, guys. Very, very simple idea, and you can see it's pretty clean cut. I mean, there's a way... the way that you can actually get this to be a lot nicer, so you can put blocks over top and stuff like that, like there and there, and looks all nice and pretty. But you can also get wire covers and over the ground and all that kind of stuff and make it look as pretty as you want. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions on anything, or if something's not working for you, don't be afraid to leave a comment. I'll try to answer anything I can to the best of my knowledge. And if I don't know, I'll be honest with you, and I'll try to find the answer if I can on one of the wikis or through one of my friends. So again, guys, if you like this, hit the like button for me. It really helps my channel to grow. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next one. So be sure to hit that sub button. Take care.